Hi Pisces, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, and yes, it's that time of the month again where we're actually going to be doing the monthly readings. So looking ahead at October, what is coming through for you. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel grow, so thank you so much. This week we have the Yin Yang Oracle. The Lenormand deck I have is the Kawaii Lenormand, as well as the Twin Flame Love Notes Oracle there. But starting us off for the monthly reading, I am using a guide for the Advanced Soul, a book of insight, getting a quote for your month overview. Okay, Pisces. What does Pisces need to know for October? I do not expect anything from others, so their actions cannot be in opposition to wishes of mine. Okay, so that's a quote by Swami Sri Yukteswar, Autobiography of a Yogi. My goodness, my words today. I do not expect anything from others, so their actions cannot be in opposition to wishes of mine. This is actually a concept I've been working with a lot lately about it's not realistic to have expectations on others the same way you have expectations on yourself. Needing to be aware of reality, of expectation, that when you are putting unrealistic expectations on other people, because what happens is you're putting your expectations on those people. Other people are not you. They do not do things the way that you do things. They do not think the way that you think. They do not feel the way that you feel. So putting your expectations on somebody else and then getting upset because they're not meeting those expectations. So, of course there's realistic expectations to put on somebody. That's totally fair. But when we're putting expectations on others that they cannot meet because they are our expectations rather than their own. For example, like if you're like me, okay, this is a personal example from my life here. That, like I said, I've been sort of dealing with this, quite a lot lately. This idea. I am a very talkative person. I'm a very communicative person. So, it's easy for me to put that expectation on others that they would communicate to me the way that I wish for them to communicate, because that's how I would communicate, which is unrealistic if I'm dealing with somebody who is not a very communicative person, who is someone who is very shy and introverted and they don't like to talk about their feelings very much. Me putting that expectation on them that they need to come and talk to me about every little thing, message me as frequently as I want to message them, that's not really fair. And I'm going to get upset because, they're not going to, message me as frequently as I might want them to. But then I stop and think about it and I go, hang on, that's actually normal level of communication for that person and for their own expectations on themselves. So it's like, not expecting paragraphs and paragraphs of messages from somebody who is not a big talker. That's my thing. I'll send the paragraphs and then in the past I've gotten upset when all I've gotten in reply is like, okay. And I'm like, what? It's because of my expectations were actually too high for that individual. Okay, so, being very aware of the expectations that you're putting on others and, realizing that, you cannot be putting your own expectations on others in that sort of sense, because it ends in disappointment. No one can meet your expectations the same way that you do. They are on their own path and they are meeting their own expectations. Okay, so then when it says their actions cannot be in opposition to wishes of mine. So if you're wishing for something from somebody and you're not receiving that, maybe there is a question to you as, are my expectations too high here? Are my expectations unrealistic on this person? Okay, so very interesting concept, and interesting that it's come straight out for you today, Pisces. I don't have very many Pisces placements, so that's very interesting to me, that it's sort of something we're both obviously going through at the moment. But moving along into, I haven't been meaning to spend that much time on that initial quotation. It was just sort of a bit of an overview, but it does feel like it is kind of important for you to hear that message at the moment, Pisces. So, it is what it is. Pisces, what's going on for Pisces in October? Splitting the month, start, middle, and end. What does Pisces need to know for October, please? Start, middle, and end of October for Pisces. And the end of October. Okay, so I'm seeing a relatively clear message here. The start of October, we do see the family, the home, the commitment energy coming through. So for a lot of you, I do feel as though the start of October, it is really just about, focusing, on the things very close to you, your family, your home. I'm picking up that spring cleaning kind of vibe. There may be a need for you to declutter and, clean, spend some time cleaning. I am kind of picking up here that there's a need to clean because someone is going to be at your house, or you want to be able to invite somebody to your house, even though you don't know about it yet. I'm picking up for a lot of you here. So it's kind of like, I'm also picking up the message of making space in your home for somebody. Okay, so I do feel that for a lot of you, this is connected to love. And it's that energy of, there is an exercise I recommend to personal clients sometimes. If you are looking for love and you are looking for commitment and a partner, but then you stop and you look around at your life and you have no space in your life to add somebody into your life, like physically, even in your house, there's, where are they going to sleep? If you were to meet someone tomorrow and fall madly in love and try to integrate them into your life, where would they sleep? Would they have a drawer or a shelf to keep their things on? Is there room for their toothbrush in your holder? It's all about, making space for somebody in your life. The thing I recommend to people quite often is to just, clear the bedside. If you like me and you've got a big bed and you've got bedsides on both sides, don't fill them both up with all your stuff. Have one empty, ready for this potential future person. Okay, clearing space for somebody, making space for somebody, so that if you were to meet somebody, that you can't meet somebody if you haven't got space for them to enter your life. Okay. Clarify the family, home, commitment energy for Pisces, please. Getting a lot of messages coming through for you here, Pisces, aren't I? Yeah, so I do feel as though that's why we are seeing that family home commitment card, because I feel like a lot of you are wanting that commitment. You are wanting to create a bigger family. Incorporating more people into your family world, your home life. I'm definitely seeing that here because we do have the masculine and the stars clarifying that. So regardless of your gender or what you identify as there, this masculine is somebody coming into your life. You're wishing for that. You're wanting that. That is your desire, whether you are consciously denying it or not, Pisces. I do know a few of my Pisces would be sort of saying, I don't want anyone in my life, but deep down we see that that is a hidden sort of desire of yours, that you would like that person to come along into your life. Okay, so there is that need for clearing that space for that person, so that, you know, if there's no space for that person to enter your life, why are you wishing for them? You know, having hope and optimism that, yeah, there's definitely, you know, there is potential there for you, Pisces. If that's what you're wanting, there is definitely potential there. You know, if you adamantly are not wanting love in your life and commitment, and extending the family, extending your home, your arms open to somebody, this may not be the reading for you, Pisces, this month's reading, okay? Maybe check your other placements if you're adamantly against that, because that's pretty much what I'm seeing here, okay? Especially, I'm already looking ahead at what we're seeing for the middle of October, and we see that stars card coming through again. Here's the wish fulfillment card coming through. There's the genie, the lamp in the genie, you know, that's my wish. Here's my wish coming through in the middle of the month. We have also the Venus, the offer energy. Okay, look at that beautiful red rose. We know that that's some sort of a love offer, love wish, love being fulfilled for you, especially too with the twin flames energy also coming through for the middle of October. So there's definitely a wish coming through in the form of love in a person, a mirroring energy for you here, some sort of love offer being put on the table for you in the middle of October here. Clarify I want to, you know, we are seeing clearly what that's all about, but I want to, can we have a little bit more details about this person for Pisces, or this offer for Pisces, please? Clarify. Okay, so we have Gemini and Aries both coming through. Gemini and Aries, both of those signs coming through here. We have the fish and we have the stork. Okay, the fish, abundance. This may be somebody very wealthy. This may be somebody career-minded, very focused on their, you know, wealth, abundance, that kind of thing. You know, it kind of feels, for some of you, you may have multiple options on the table here. There may be, you know, plenty of fish in the sea for you in the middle of October, putting offers on the table for you here, Pisces. But overall, I do feel as though this may be, you know, somehow connected to fisheries, fish in general. There may be, I am picking up for someone here, like literally a goldfish. I don't know what that's got to, like maybe they give you a goldfish or something like that, or they have a goldfish or something. But I'm picking up that it's more so along the lines of they're an abundant type person. They're very, it's not that they're, you know, rich or anything like that. It's that they are secure in their finances, I feel, for a lot of you. And they may even work in the financial industry. They may be like an accountant, things like that as well. We do also see the stork. So even if you're not actually, you know, jumping into anything with this person, the idea is there, the offer is on the table, or the offer, the idea of this offer is starting to move in the energy here. So, you know, it may not actually be an outright offer coming through in the middle of October, but I feel like it's the idea that that's possible is really being generated here with that stork energy. But it's the energy getting stirred up around you, Pisces, and you know, we will see some changes, some movement with love for you in the very near future here. So, you know, it does feel like as though, you know, for some of you, we may have some issues at the end of the month, because we do have the control, the tactics energy here. And we also have the party and external energy. Okay, so for some of you, because I am picking up that control energy is more so on your side here, Pisces. Flip it as necessary. Okay, because I am just feeling as though this is the two of you. Okay, so one of you is someone who's very muchly, more in control of their life, and they do like to have some sort of control about what's going on. And and the other one of you is very externally focused, a bit of party vibes, likes to get out and about and spend time, with friends, partying, maybe even someone maybe a big drinker, whereas the other person is very controlled and doesn't really like to do that. So I do feel as though there may just be a little bit of a clash at the end of the month, just in sorting out that and really getting to the bottom of that. Someone might be, trying to control somebody's party lifestyle kind of energy, and it's just sort of compromising these two energies. And, I do feel as though this is somebody very straight laced, doesn't like to, they might see you as a party girl, a party boy, or vice versa, and you might see them as so straight laced and so uptight. Once again, flip it as necessary here. But it's kind of this, two different lifestyles coming together and needing to compromise. Clarify that control and party energy at the end of October for Pisces. Yeah, so we see the letter, okay? So a lot of communication necessary about, compromising, getting on the same page, because we do have the coffin coming through as well. So this is, ending out previous cycles, ending, closing the lid on that past lifestyle that, so that we can have a new beginning together, a death and a rebirth. It's not saying that you have to change your ways completely or anything like that. It's all about compromise so that, we can end the things that aren't serving this connection and move forward together, have a brand new beginning, a rebirth. Because it is a rebirth just in itself with that wish fulfillment here. But, like I sort of said right at the start, it's needing to make space in your life for this person. And it feels as though that's part of what that is as well. It's just making space for this person and their needs and their desires, and them making space for you and your needs and your desires as well. Okay, so coming together will be some sort of new beginning. It may take a little bit of time to get off the ground. Like I said, with that stork energy, it's really just happening in the energy more so than anything. I kind of feel, at the middle and end of October here. So it may sort of not sort of run off into the sunset just as of yet. It might just be sort of, how can this be? How can we make this possible? If we do decide to move forward, how would that look? What would we do? What would we need to do? What would need to change in each of our lifestyles? So it's the idea of working this out before we actually jump on in the deep end and whatnot here. So, but overall pretty promising, connection here, because we do have that twin flames energy. We do have a double reference to this being your wish come true. Okay, so there is a lot of, and ultimately it's all about stability with that home energy starting us off today. It all comes down to the stability that you've been wishing for, the family, the home that you've been wishing for. Okay, so there is a lot of wish fulfillment with this. So, it kind of shows me that, anywhere we need to compromise our lifestyles at the end of the month, and that's actually all for the good of both of you, rather than, any negative impact of this person's trying to change me or anything like that. It is just compromising and working out how we can work together to meet this common goal, to have this wish come true for us. Okay, because especially with that twin flames energy, I do feel as though this is your person's wish as well. Okay, that you are their wish come true as well. It's a very mirroring energy, the twin flame energy. Speaking of twin flames, we'll have a look with the twin flame love notes and see what the universe wants to tell us specifically about love and romance for you, Pisces. Love and romance for Pisces during October, please. Love and romance for Pisces in October. Our paths will always reunite. So a very strong soul bond here between you and this person, regardless of whether this is for some of you, this may actually be somebody from your past coming back around. If you are aware of a very strong soul bond that you have had in the past, it may be coming back around and reuniting with that person. But for others of you, I just feel as though that's that soul bond that you've known this person in another life. Your soul knows this person. Your souls are being reunited here. My love for you is stronger than ever. I love you so much. A lot of love here, Pisces. So, it's going to be a strong connection. It is a very super strong connection, a soul connection between you and this person. So, if you it's time to start getting prepared to allow that in. Stop, clear out some space in your life, in your home. If that's what you are wanting, it's time. Okay, Pisces, it's not as far away as you think. Okay, but that's what we have for you. Like I said, if that does not resonate for you, Pisces, you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Okay, but hopefully I'll see you all again soon.